Happy Sabbath, brothers and sisters. I'm very glad to see somebody, a member of Latino Americana Church. Oh, there they are. República Dominicana, Dominican Republic. Never been able to go to that country. The closest I went to Central America was when I went to Costa Rica. I was there for 1 year in Costa Rica. Beautiful, Central America is beautiful. And the Africa, Madagascar. I mean, God gave us such a wonderful place called Earth, right? Yes. And Sabbath we can worship and tell the experience. Well, I was born just a couple years ago. You believe so? Just a couple years ago. My parents were studying in the college in Peru. It's like Inca College. So in the early ages, they went to the jungle to serve, be teachers in one of the jungle churches there. And my first experience is when I was 5 years old. Me and my twin brother, got malaria with a fever degree of 43 degrees, so high. We were sick for about 2 weeks. Me and my twin brother had a really bad malaria infections. As a consequence of this malaria, then we moved to Lima, but Lima is a very smoggy place, cold place, and we developed asthma. So for a year, from the age of 5 to 30 years old, me and my twin brother had asthma. Twice a month, we suffered these attacks. And at this time, there were no bronchodilators. So my poor mom had to go like this at night and give us air with a newspaper so we can breathe. Can you imagine? Then we moved to the north of Peru and the asthma went away. This is when I started to sing a little bit better than before. It was a very bad situation for the asthma, very, very serious disease that we had to go to the doctor, pediatricians, all the medications. Then after this asthma, I finished my high school, and I went to Argentina to study the medicine in the Cordoba city in Argentina. And in being there, this beautiful country, we had a big warfare called guerrilla with the Montoneros for a warfare against the state of Argentina. There were so many deaths. One time I was walking in the street and I can hear the shots being pulled on the streets, and I had to run, hide in some wall behind stores so the bullets will not hit me. As I was running with my brother, who was my roommate, we had these plastic bags, and then two police came with a big guns and stop it. And they thought we were bringing, Molotov bombs in our bags. So we were kind of worried, concerned. So situation was not good in Argentina, so me and my roommate made the choice. We went to Mexico, to Guadalajara, to study there in Guadalajara. I'll be in a medical school over there. And then one day I had this group from the church, singers. We went to another city called Guanajuato. It's a beautiful Spanish-style city in Guanajuato. As we were traveling from Guadalajara to Guanajuato, this Pontiac went to the place called the Cross of Death, meaning the highway was all the way there, and suddenly another highway appeared without any signal, and the car turned over 5 times, and we all who were going there in that automobile went to the air, unconscious. So at night, but that was 3 o'clock when it happened, this accident. At night, around 9, I woke up in a hospital. And I know what happened. I said, what happened? You had a car accident. And I couldn't believe it. And God saved all of us. All of us. I had a injury in my femur, and my leg was this big. All a friend of mine had a broken neck, but nobody suffered major injuries. God was good. Well, I finished my studies, and when I finished my studies, I graduated as a medical degree in Guadalajara. And then I became, then on my social service, after I finished, I used to fly an airplane twice a week to the big village Indians of Wimochos. We have a little land there in this little city in Austin, and we fly twice a week up to the hills, and then we descend, and then we took care of the Indians, the natives of this area. We did this work for about a year, and then I returned to Guadalajara. But what happened is, when I returned to Guadalajara, the same airplane that bring me and two students to medical to do practice there, the same airplane that I was used to fly fell on the hills. And the aviator, the pilot, and two students died. So that was a very close call. Well, I felt so bad about this situation. Then I became a director of this medical clinic in Guadalajara. And then one morning I was going to the streets in Guadalajara downtown, and then a car, like a UPS truck, hit my car so hard. My former wife had two broken legs, two broken arms, head injury in coma, and 9 broken ribs. She was in bed for 2 months, comatose, and got 3 broken little rib with a small hematoma. I was able to leave Mexico, come to America with all this experience of really close calls. These accidents were really serious accidents, close calls. Then I came here to California, I worked there. So I was about to retire, and then one day going to the elevators, a bag that was bringing wrapped into the elevator, and I fell. Completely without support, and I hit my head. And I had a hemorrhage on my brain. You know what happened? This hemorrhage on my brain was only a capillary, meaning that it resolved itself. And I was able to leave the hospital in about 5 days. So as Sister Ana Bolaños told me one gift experience, I started to recall this. I have plenty of experience where my life has been very close to the call of God. And then I can give a faithful testimony that without God's protection, without God's intervention, my life would have been gone long time ago. So in Philippians 3:13, for the Spanish speakers, porque no miro lo que quedó atrás, sino prosigo adelante a la suprema ocasión en Cristo Jesús. Brethren, I can know myself to apprehend it, to understand. But this one thing I do, forgetting what is behind, which were before, I press toward the mark for the prize of the high calling of God, Jesus Christ. That would be our experience. I know each one of us have a different situations where our life has been threatened. But thank God, Jesus Christ, and the angels are close to us, and we can here gather together and worship our dear and beloved God. God bless you. Amen.